This speculative narrative explores a hypothetical world governed by the Freemasons, delving into the consequences of their secret rule.
Chapter 1: The Veiled Genesis. In the shadows of a world that bustled with the oblivious preoccupations of the masses, a clandestine tapestry was being woven by the hands of the discreet and the powerful. The Freemasons, a brotherhood that traced its esoteric lineage back to the stonemasons of medieval Europe, had long been the subject of whispered rumors and the architects of conspiracy theories. But what if the seemingly benign fraternity, with its arcane rituals and symbols, was indeed the nucleus of a secret global government? The veiled genesis begins not with a grand declaration or a violent coup, but with the subtle convergence of influence and intent. It was in the hallowed, wood-paneled backrooms of stately lodges that the seeds of this covert regime were sown. The world's most influential figures, heads of state, industrial magnates, and intellectual titans, were all threaded together by the common bond of Masonic brotherhood. As the 21st century dawned, the Freemasons found themselves at a crossroads. The digital age had birthed a new era of connectivity and surveillance, making the orchestration of a hidden dominion both tantalizingly feasible and perilously exposed. It was within this modern crucible that the decision was made. The Masonic order would transcend its fraternal roots to become the architects of a new world order. The plan was simple in its brilliance and audacious in its scope. By leveraging their extensive networks of power and the unspoken allegiance that bound their members, the Freemasons would infiltrate the very sinews of global governance. Political decisions, economic frameworks, and social narratives would all be subtly guided by the unseen hand of the Masonic elite. The veiled genesis was not an event, but a process, a gradual and meticulous orchestration. The Freemasons, with their storied understanding of human nature and history, knew that the most enduring empires were those built not on force, but on the consent of the governed, however unwitting that consent might be. As the world spun on, oblivious to the silent symphony of manipulation, the Masonic vision began to take shape. A world without wars, governed by reason and the enlightened self-interest of the brotherhood, was within reach. But such a world required the dissolution of old structures and the careful management of the populace's hopes and fears. The first chapter of this veiled genesis was written in the quiet moments of history's turning pages. It was a chapter without fanfare, where the ink of destiny was spilled in the shadows, and the future was crafted not in the light of public scrutiny, but in the dim glow of the Masonic Lodge's eternal flames. And so it began, the grand experiment of the ages, a testament to the reach of the human will and the power of the hidden hand. The world would never know the authors of its fate, nor would it recognize the silent heralds of its transformation. For in the world of the Freemasons' secret global government, the most profound truths were those that remained unseen and unspoken, shrouded forever in the veiled genesis. In the grand tapestry of human history, threads of power and secrecy have long intertwined, weaving patterns unseen by the uninitiated. Imagine, if you will, a world where the Freemasons, those keepers of ancient wisdom and clandestine influence, have achieved the unthinkable, a secret global government, a Masonic Millennium. In this new epoch, the Grand Lodges of old have become the silent sentinels of a world order that operates beyond the reach of daylight's grasp. The corridors of power echo with the soft tread of the brotherhood, their influence as pervasive as it is invisible. The world turns, not by the hands of the many, but by the will of the few, the Masonic elite. The Masonic Millennium is not heralded by the clamor of revolution or the upheaval of societies. Instead, it unfolds like the quiet blooming of a rare and exotic flower, one whose roots delve deep into the fertile soil of human ambition and whose petals unfurl with the precision of a masterfully played chess game. In this world, wars have become relics of a barbaric past as the Masonic vision of peace and reason holds sway. The Brotherhood's guiding hand steers humanity away from the precipice of self-destruction, channeling the passions and energies of nations toward enlightenment and unity. The engines of industry and innovation hum with the promise of a future unburdened by scarcity and suffering. But what of the individual in this Masonic millennium? Are they but pawns in a grand design, or do they too share in the fruits of this new world order? The populace, content in the tranquility and prosperity that pervade their lives, remains largely unaware of the architects of their destiny. Yet, beneath the surface of this serene existence, questions stir. Whispers of the truth ripple through the fabric of society, igniting sparks of curiosity and dissent. For every human heart yearns for freedom, and the soul of mankind cannot be wholly tamed by even the most benevolent of rulers. The Masonic Millennium, for all its grandeur and stability, faces the eternal challenge of balancing control with the indomitable spirit of the human will. And so, we are left to ponder, what is the price of a world governed by the unseen? Can true harmony be achieved through manipulation, however well-intentioned? Or does the very act of pulling the strings of power betray the trust of those whose lives are orchestrated by hidden hands? The Masonic Millennium stands as a monument to the ingenuity and ambition of the Brotherhood, a testament to their belief in a world ruled by the enlightened. Yet, it also serves as a mirror, reflecting the age-old struggle between the desire for order and the chaotic beauty of individual freedom. As the story of this secret global government unfolds, we are invited to question the nature of power and the essence of governance. We are compelled to seek the light of truth in a world of shadows, to listen for the melody of liberty amidst the silent symphony of control. In the end, the Masonic Millennium is not just a chapter in the annals of an imagined history, it is a canvas upon which we paint our own understanding of the world. It is a tale that asks us to look beyond the veil of reality, to dream of what might be, and to consider the consequences of our most profound aspirations. For in the realm of imagination, every ending is but a new beginning, and the story of the Freemasons' secret global government is one that will continue to be written in the hearts and minds of those who dare to envision the unseen.